Hello, everyone. I am Shamvi from Designhill and your host for today. I hope you and your families are well and keeping safe. Welcome again to yet another event by Designhill. And today we will be discussing everything you need to know about YouTube SEO and tips to gain traffic to your YouTube channel. Today's event is brought to you by Designhill, world's leading creative marketplace that caters to the creative needs of businesses and individuals alike who can source high quality designs from professional designers and buy unique products created by independent artists. So, moving ahead, let me introduce you to our amazing speaker for today. We have with us Karen. Karen is the head of customer success at Tubix. She carries a very strong SEO skills. She is also super skilled SEO speaker, and her majority of clients are multinational companies. Welcome, Karen. Would you like to say?
Hello, hi. Thank you very much for introducing myself. Yeah, I mean, you introduced myself already. So my name is Karen. I'm super happy to be here today. And yeah, excited about today's event. I'll give you later a bit of an overview about today's agenda. But until then, I think you still have some things to say, right?
Right, absolutely. Thank you so much, Karen, for joining us. Great. So before we start the session, here's a big announcement, guys. We are giving away certificates to all the attendees who will be sticking around till the end of the session. You just can't miss this chance, all right? So stay till the very end. Also, guys, you can take a screenshot of this event, put it on your Twitter accounts, use hashtag Designhill Events, tag Designhill DH, and the links, which will be in the chat section just in the while. Having said that, let's quickly look at what Designhill is all about.
Need to get your parents off your back? Head to the world's #1 creative marketplace, Designhill.
When I started my photography business, I needed something that said this was more than just a hobby. It's not a hobby, Mom. That's why I went to Designhill and got an amazing logo super fast at a price I could afford. The process was easy using Designhill's logo maker. Just enter the name of your business, then pick out a number of designs that inspire you. I'll pick this one and that one looks cute. Then pick your colors or let the system decide. Add some more info like a slogan, the industry your business is in, and your budget. The logo maker, using machine learning and artificial intelligence, will design thousands of logo variants that you can choose from and adapt. In fact, I was able to get everything from business cards to t-shirt design and complete social media kit, all with the click of a button. With that, I'm all set. Now everyone I meet knows I'm a legit photographer. Even my mom. It's real. That's decaf.
Let the world know it's real and build your brand with Designhill.
All right, so that was all about Designhill, and now we are all set to start this session. Guys, if you have anything that you would like to ask Karen on YouTube SEO, do put it under questions tab. We have also rolled out a few polls in the poll section. Don't forget to answer them. So Karen, let's begin the session, and over to you. Let me just open your the PDF.
Sure.
There you go.
Okay, cool. Works. Okay, so great. Hi and welcome to today's session. I'm really glad to be here. Today's topic will be YouTube SEO. Learn how to grow your channel organically. I've been already introduced, so I'll skip that part. But I want to say some sentences about Tubix. Who is Tubix? We are actually a SaaS company based in Vienna in Austria, and we do data-driven YouTube SEO. How do we do that? We have a YouTube SEO software which make YouTube work for business. The YouTube software gives you video ideas you could create. It gives you SEO recommendations, how to optimize your videos, and you can track your performance, monitor your performance on YouTube. On top of that, we have some value-added services, like, for instance, workshops, or we offer also monthly support to our enterprise customers. We have YouTube certified consultants and data scientists working at Tubix, and currently we have more than 40,000 channels connected with our YouTube software. Some of them are listed here, like, for instance, Siemens, Amazon Prime Video, L'Oreal, Samsung, Victorinox, and many, many more. Okay, so today's agenda, first of all, we'll speak a bit about the importance of YouTube and YouTube SEO. And after that, I want to guide you through the topic how to grow your YouTube channel organically, like how to find the right video ideas, how to optimize your videos for search. I will also give you some tips how to increase your watch time and how to rank videos in Google search. And in the end, I'll give you a little hint which YouTube KPIs, which SEO YouTube KPIs are important for you. Okay, let's start. So, why YouTube and why is YouTube SEO so important? It's because of two things. Two things changed. Google changed and your audience changed. What do I mean with that? Google, as you might all know and be aware of, Google dominates search. So it's an important traffic source, not only for your website, but of course also for your YouTube videos. With 92% search engine market share, Google dominates search. And now what we saw is actually in the past years, the Google web search results have changed. What you see here was a few years ago, it was rather, as you see here, rather just web search results. Later on, Google added more and more YouTube video snippets. And nowadays, it looks like that. Google made video results even more visible. You might all know this kind of snippet where you have like 3 videos when you Google for something and 3 videos show up, including, for instance, sometimes the key moments of a video. This makes your videos even more visible in the Google web search results. Or it could also look like that, the suggested clips, for instance. So if you're able to not only rank with your YouTube videos on YouTube, but also in Google, either as one of the 3 videos or as part of the suggested clips, for instance, then you have a great opportunity to get even more traffic to your videos. And so we see that Google loves video. But not only Google, also people. People love videos too. There is a growing popularity of video and YouTube. More and more people are saying they use YouTube in order to get informed, in order to get educated. And what we see also from our experience is that your audience likes you better with video. Over 90% of people are saying that they discover new brands or products on YouTube. People say that they prefer actually nowadays watching a product video than reading about a product. Also, more and more marketers are using videos to build trust, and they use it as a marketing tool, and the trend is increasing here. But what you should also not forget is that with videos, you can increase your conversions. We see a surge of MQLs and a higher visibility. And that's just some of the benefits for brands mentioned here. Another nice thing about YouTube is that YouTube videos are for all age groups. Like what you see here, while the age gaps on, for instance, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, they're rather wide. Compared to YouTube, here the age gap is rather smaller. So you can really reach a broad audience no matter which age. And still, what we see is that brands are struggling. They invest in high budget productions, 30K, 50K, 80K plus. And in the end, they get low views. So the return on invest is not satisfying, of course. And most of the times, the reason for that is that the videos are not produced in a data-driven way, but they are also not optimized in a data-driven way. I'll come to that a bit later, what that means. But because of that, because they get low views, they start to push these videos with paid media in order to get more views. So the disadvantage of that is, of course, that it's pricey and it's not sustainable. Because if we look at the view curve of videos with paid media versus SEO videos for search, we see that the typical view curve of a brand video, which is potentially pushed via paid media, these videos have a continuous downwards trend. Like as soon as you are not pushing it via paid media anymore, you are not getting any views or just some views. While on the other hand, when you look at the view curve of videos optimized for search, you have this initial peak, which is normal because you publish it, and then it goes down. But after a while, you should see a continuous upward trend. And this is a like usually also a long-term return on invest. So now we have covered like the theoretical part, but just let's really get started with what you can do in order to grow your YouTube channel organically. So where to start? I guess that's one of the biggest questions, because also our customers are facing that when they approach us, when we start working together, they're saying, yeah, but where to start? Our YouTube channel is a mess. Yes, we have a YouTube channel or even a few YouTube channels, but we just use them as an archive. I feel we waste money on video production. And yes, we're doing ads, they work, but actually only in short term. So there are 4 areas actually you should tackle in order to grow on YouTube. There is one area, which is the YouTube channel setup. It's all about like making sure that you know who you are targeting with the YouTube channel, who you want to reach with your YouTube videos, what your goals are. Also, of course, to put the right visuals like banner image and so on. Have a good playlist structure presented on the homepage of your YouTube channel, and also, of course, the technical channel settings in the background. That's one thing. But the other thing is like video ideation and video optimization. These 2 things are, besides the channel setup and the video distribution, the most essential parts of your optimization of the channel. And this way you can really grow on YouTube organically. Video ideation means that you find out which video types you need, which video ideas you should cover, how your videos should be structured, and so on. And video optimization is then really optimizing the metadata, like the title and so on, for search. We will today focus on video ideation and video optimization because we only have 1 hour, and it's the most essential parts really. And I'd like to give you an idea what works for our customers. The approach we are using is the See, Think, Do, Care framework from YouTube, from Google, and it's a customer journey framework that helps marketers and brands to step really into the shoes of your customers. So in the first stage, actually, the C stage, those are potential customers which might not be even aware of you, and where you should actually offer some video content in order that they see you, in order that they are aware of you, and then start thinking of you. As soon as they start thinking of you and maybe compare to your competitors, you're in the game, so to say. Then the next step is, of course, as soon as they thought about you, they compared, they might want to act, they might want to purchase product, services, they want to maybe visit your store, whatever. then you also need to offer them content in order to really get there and do the conversion. And in the end, they start to care, and so you should also care. You should make sure that you have repeat customers, which will do even more transactions in future. So that's very important to know, because it really, everything starts actually with video ideation, and everything starts with that, being aware that you really need to address your customers at the right time in this funnel. And of course, in the beginning, in the C stage, you have a high reach. You can reach your customers, but you can also reach your customers to be your potential customers. While in the care stage, you have rather a lower reach, most likely customers only, but of course the quality is higher. They are closer to transaction. Having said that, I would like to give you an example of IKEA, because they do a pretty good job, and they cover the whole see, think, do, care framework, the whole customer journey in a pretty nice way. So let's imagine that there is a potential IKEA customer out there saying, okay, I have a kitchen, but to be honest, my kitchen is a complete mess. There is no space. I would like to actually get either a new kitchen or reorganize my kitchen in order to have more space. So what is IKEA doing? IKEA is actually creating inspirational video content and attracts the audience attention with it. For instance, they have a video about small kitchen ideas, which is optimized for search too. They offer innovative ideas and visual aesthetics, and the result of these videos in the C stage is that the customers, they're enticed to consider IKEA now for their future home improvement projects. So then, let's say the customer said, okay, well, they have good tips. I'll actually think about it. I'll think about a kitchen makeover. So IKEA offers tips and makeovers. They cover topics from planning to execution and really give detailed practical steps for their customers in this specific stage, in the think stage. And well, the result here is that customers, they find the solution in their video, in their videos, while they face actually specific concerns. And in the next stage, let's say the customer said, okay, well, actually, I'm really ready now to purchase a kitchen, or to buy stuff to reorder my kitchen. In this stage, the audience is ready to try the tips IKEA gave. So what IKEA is doing is that they are presenting video series, and they have clear call to actions and advice for each step of implementation. And the result here is that the CTAs, they direct then the customers to visit IKEA's website in order to purchase. So that's pretty cool, but they are not stopping here. They are going even further and saying, okay, well, now the customer bought something, they will most probably also care about us if we are offering the right content for them. So IKEA is here providing product education and instruction manuals then, and they help customers, for instance, then to assemble the kitchen or to take care of their purchased products. And on top of that, they offer even more detail-oriented advice. Like, for instance, they also have recipes, videos about recipes, which is kind of a broader topic, but it's related, of course, to the whole kitchen journey. So the result here is that IKEA keeps the repeat customers informed about updating and upgrading the purchased products even more. So you see, IKEA is doing a pretty good job here, and I would also recommend you, when you start working on your YouTube channel, make sure you know your target group. Make sure you know who you want to target with your videos, and in which stage and how you can target your customers there. But how does it how does it work for your brand or for your channel? What's the starting point? To be honest, it all starts with video ideation. Data-driven content creation starts with proper ideation. It doesn't start with video optimization itself. That's just like half of the way. It's just one part. You need to get the video production right. And that means that data-driven video ideation means that you find out what your audience wants, what they are searching for, which questions do they have, and which of these questions and searches match with our business goals. And based on these insights, actually, you start building your video content plan. And for that, the first step actually, which we would recommend really, is to focus. Because if you, let's say, you have a lot of products, you have a lot of product categories, services, you will be overwhelmed with just trying to cover everything at once. So make sure you have a focus, choose one or two focus topics, by asking yourself, what are my most important product categories, like in terms of revenue, for instance. Are there any product launches planned for the next months? This way you can say, okay, we're focusing, let's take here the example of Designhill, brand on the topic brand and identity, and within this focus topic, for instance, on logo design and envelope designs, for instance. As soon as you have done that, you can start the research. Our Tubic software actually helps you to find video ideas. And what's important there is that, as I said before, you find out what people are searching for, what they are interested in, which search terms they are using, which questions they are using. Important here is that you also have a look, of course, at the search volume. How many people are searching for it? Because that will also affect, of course, your potential views in future. Have a look at the competition level. Have a look at if this video idea has actually also the potential to really rank in Google, because then you have another traffic source. So start to gather more insights on the video ideas you have researched, not only on search volume or level of competition, but also check out who is ranking for a certain keyword, for a certain video idea. What's the average size of those top ranking channels, and so on. You should gather those ideas in order to make an educated decision on which videos you will create. Again, for this, our Tubic software, it gives you first insights on video ideas. So when choosing a video idea, there are 5 factors I want to show you, like 5 factors which are important in order to make a decision which video idea to choose. First of all, it's good if the video idea has high search volume by your target group. Here is just an example, like you could have logo ideas for business. It's a video idea, it's a keyword which has 15,000 monthly search volume, compared to logo ideas for a company which only has 3,600, and company logo inspiration has 90. All of them would cover the same topic, but this is the keyword people are rather searching for. So this would be already a potential video idea. Then, of course, also check what's the level of competition? Is the level rather low, medium, or high? Ideally, of course, you have a low or medium competition on YouTube, because then you also need to put less effort into the video production, and it's easier for you to rank. Then, of course, make sure that the video idea is relevant in the customer journey, the See, Think, Do, Care funnel I presented before. And ideally, you also, as I said before, have the possibility to rank on Google with your video. Also, that's something our Tubic software actually tells you, is there the possibility or not? And the fifth factor is evergreen content. Like make sure the video idea is evergreen, because that also means that you have a long-term return on invest. So then when you said, okay, I've researched the ideas and I've looked at the data, I've looked at the insights, you start selecting the most promising video ideas and cluster them, categorize them in order to set up the video plan. And only then actually you go further. You create data-driven video briefings for the selected video ideas. So once you selected a video idea based on the keyword and on data insights you got, create a data-driven video briefing, because this video briefing should then be used for video scripting and video production. Again, here, the Tubic software actually provides you with data-driven video briefing. So it means it provides you with the main search term, related search terms, which you should include in the script, the script length, the video length, what structure the video should have, which video chapters you should cover, which tags you should use, and also it gives you hints about how you should set up your video shooting. So that's super important, because if you want to grow organically on YouTube, you should not just produce videos without having all the data before and without creating those data-driven video briefings before. Yeah, and then actually you can go into video scripting, storyboarding, and in the end, video production.
Thank you,
Good.
Karen.
Yeah.
I would just like to interrupt you here. Let's
Perfect.
just take a short break here, guys. This is like an amazing session. I'm really hooked at it right now. So amazing. Thank you so much, Karen. So guys, we'll just take a short break. I hope everyone is enjoying this insightful session from Karen. And stay tuned. We will be back with the questions. Don't forget to ask your questions in the questions tab. And yeah, let's just take a quick break here.
Clarematics is a full-service video agency based around video production. We created a brand that fit our identity at the time, but as we've evolved as a company, we found that original brand didn't quite fit our aspirations anymore. Finding a partner to rebrand your entire company takes a lot of time and effort. Finding Designhill was an incredible lifeline. Designhill offers a money-back guarantee. If we don't like any of the designs, we get all of our money back. The stuff that we ended up with were well beyond what we had been seeing on other creative services platforms. After creating a simple design brief by answering some questions created by Designhill, we posted, and within a few days, we had over 250 entries. Designhill's platform made it easy to communicate with all of the potential designers. Eventually, we picked a winner. In addition to a logo, our designer also created a letterhead, business cards, and banners for all of our social media platforms. With Designhill's help, we now have a brand that meets our aspirations. We're ready for the future and everything that it's here to bring.
All right, so we are back again, and Karen, you can take this over.
Okay, great. Perfect. Okay, so let's continue. I'll just wrap up what I said before. As I said, it all starts with video ideation. So make sure before you produce and publish then videos that you really start preparing all the things before. Make sure that you know already which search term you will choose, what the video will be about, and make sure you have a data-driven video briefing. And then, as I said, you can go into production. Before you actually publish a video on YouTube, let's say you have produced a video and now it's ready and you want to publish it, make sure you optimize your video beforehand. Because the first 48 hours are actually the most important ones when it comes to your video ranking in YouTube and getting like first views, likes, and so on. So what do you have to do in order to optimize your videos? It's a bit like some things are similar to website SEO. You have to optimize your video title, you have to optimize your video description, make sure you include hashtags, make sure you optimize the tags. One important thing you should not forget is the video thumbnail. Make sure that your videos are optimized. I'll show you later how that works. Make sure you add closed captions, subtitles. I'll tell you later why. And make sure that you have strong call to actions at the end of the video or even in between. Okay, so I'll tell you a little bit about all those different factors. The video title should actually be expressive. It should be attractive. And one of the most important things is that you include your main keyword. And the main keyword you should, of course, already know because you produced a video about it. So let's say, for instance, your video is about logo design or logo design for business. Make sure that logo design for business is in your video title and that it's, as I said, expressive and attractive. The title is important because it helps you to rank organically in YouTube, but also in Google for the relevant search term. So if somebody's typing in logo design for business, it helps catching viewers' attentions, and it, of course, increases watch time and views. Here are some title examples, which usually work pretty well, like titles with how to. For instance, how this turtle saves 350 species from wildfires. Then title with numbers, 5 tips to improve, and so on. And title with power words like wildest, happiest, strangest, I don't know, best, for instance. That's something which works very well on YouTube. Then coming to the video description. The video description is crucial for YouTube and Google algorithms because they understand the context of your video better. So usually you can add up to 5,000 characters in your video description. I would really recommend to make use of this 5,000 characters. The longer the description, the better, because as I said, it gives Google, YouTube context of your video. Make sure that the main search term, like let's say again, it's logo design for businesses, is included in the video description several times, and include relevant hashtags. And of course, don't forget to include links to related content such as your website, social media, and other call to actions like linking to other related videos and so on. So don't underestimate the video description. It really helps you in terms of SEO. Good. Let's talk about the hashtags. The hashtags, I have to say, they might not be the most important ranking factor here. It's rather title, description, and some other things. But still, in order to really optimize it holistically, make sure that you add hashtags because it's something easy to do. You can select up to 15 hashtags. Just enter them in your description wherever it fits. Remember that the first 3 hashtags you add in title or description will be shown directly below the video. And so here I would recommend to include your brand name, to include the main keyword, and to include maybe a broader related keyword. Like, let's say again, Designhill is the brand, logo design is the main keyword, so you include that. And then, for instance, I don't know, branding or identity as a broader related search term. Then a very cool topic is actually video chapters. Video chapters, we've seen it in the beginning when I showed my first slides. The video chapters, they are also visible here in the Google web search results. Those are actually those key moments Google is presenting. in this snippet. And the cool thing about it is that it also triggers some spikes in the audience retention, as you can see here, if done, of course, correctly. The video chapters, they're something you just include in your video description. Don't forget to start always with 0. They're automatically generated based on the timestamps you enter, and they help your viewers better navigate and enjoy your videos. And as I said, it really also helps you in terms of SEO, because it helps you, for instance, also being displayed in the so-called suggested clips super prominently on Google. So that's something really cool. But one thing you should be careful here is that don't add video chapters to short videos, videos below 2 minutes, because usually those videos don't need chapters, and you could even harm your performance if you add them, if not necessary. You could reduce watch time and reduce audience retention. So be careful when you use them. Also here, actually, the Tubic software gives you the recommendation when you should use it for a video and when not. Then the tags, they should definitely not be underestimated. Also an important rank factor. You can add, you should definitely add the main search term. You should include related search term to your main search term, short tail search term, long tail search terms. The thing here is, note that the tags are not visible to your audience, just to YouTube. So it's something in the background. Also here, Tubix actually gives you already recommended tags. So by just clicking on the recommended tags, they will be added to your video tags. That's pretty cool because it saves a lot of research and time. Good. One other thing, again, a very important ranking factor, very important for your click-through rate, are the thumbnails. Thumbnails give the viewers a quick snapshot of your video as they are browsing through YouTube. And top-notch thumbnails, they can really boost your CTR, your ranking, and in the end, of course, your views. What we see, what really works usually on YouTube, of course, it's always dependent on your industry. But still, I'm convinced every company can have top-notch thumbnails within their CI. So what works well is faces. Faces in thumbnails. So as soon as you have a person speaking in your video, make sure this person is also visible on your thumbnail picture. That also means that when shooting the video, make already sure that you took pictures of the person. And the person should have a strong facial expression. Like, it could be happy, it could be anger, it could be surprised. It all depends on the topic, of course, of the video. Make sure you have a clear focus, like either the clear focus on the object in the thumbnail or on the person. Make sure you use strong colors, and what might also work, not always, but in a lot of cases it does, it's big fonts. Big fonts with your search term. So again, let's say the search term is logo ideas. Here, for instance, there is a thumbnail, better logo ideas. So make sure you have that, because people will search for it, they will see the thumbnail, it's the first visual they see, and they're like, okay, yeah, it might cover my question and will answer my question. So they will click on it. Okay, then another thing to include are subtitles. You might all be aware of subtitles. Why are they important, actually? They are important because of from two perspectives. One is SEO and one is accessibility. The captions, they are searchable by the search engines, and it will make your video actually more likely to show up in YouTube search and in Google search. So again, here it gives the algorithms more context about your videos. They can enter the file, and so they have the information. And also, as I said, in terms of accessibility, it's important because it can increase your impact to include deaf people or non-English video watchers. And I mean, even many native English speakers, for instance, prefer captions. So it doesn't harm to add them. Okay, then call to actions. Another thing, it's not so much about ranking on YouTube, but it's about conversions, of course, and also increasing your watch time. So videos should contain a clear CTA. And that means you should have visual, but also verbal CTAs. Make sure you link to your website. Be careful because linking to your website is only possible if you joined the YouTube Partner Program, and that means that you should have at least 1,000 subscribers and you should have at least 4,000 hours of watch time of your published videos in the last 12 months, I think. But then as soon as you have that, you can link to your website. You can, or you should actually add subscribe button at every video you have and watch next video, ideally a related video. Yeah, so those are the ranking factors and the factors to also increase watch time, to increase the subscriber numbers and so on. All of these things, the video optimization, you can do with Tubix. The advantage of using Tubix is that you optimize your video by using Tubix is that you save time by having actually all the data in one tool. You save time because you get data-driven SEO recommendations with clear instructions, like here on the right side, things to fix. As soon as you fix them, they will be shown as fixed items, and then you can publish your optimizations here by pressing this button, and it will get updated on YouTube. And another cool thing is that, well, you don't need to be an expert in SEO in order to optimize your videos for search, because Tubix really gives you all you need in terms of YouTube SEO. Good. I have prepared 2 more things. I would like to give you some tips how you can increase your watch time. And again, it comes back actually to the video ideation. It's such a big topic, and a lot of customers, a lot of brands underestimate it. So in order to increase your watch time, you need to already structure your video in a way that it's entertaining, it's captivating, and people are not exiting when clicking on the video. And what we see is that the traditional story arc has changed. It's a thing of the past, and now viewers actually, they need to know right away why they should immerse themselves in your video content. So don't wait too long to tell them what the video is about. Start actually with fire, move fast in the beginning, and tightly over your subject, and then when you're in the main part, add unexpected surprises along the way, because it will trigger those spikes. It will help keeping your audience on the video. And in the end, don't forget to make call to actions. It's something easy you can do. Tell the audience to I don't know, register on the website or visit the website or watch the next video, and include the visual CTAs. It also looks like that, a bit different here. The introduction, as I said, make sure that it's short, maximum 20 seconds. Make sure that you say already in the introduction what the video will be about. Only then you start with the jingle logo, 5 to 10 seconds. Then you have the main part with the surprises, and in the end you have the outro, and the outro should also not be longer than 30 seconds. So that's something you can increase your watch time. Another thing is the length of your videos. YouTube is a bit different there because longer videos tend to perform better on YouTube. And so with longer videos, and if people stay on your videos, if they are done well, you can maximize your watch time. So keep that in mind. And another thing, how you can increase your watch time is playlists. Create data-driven playlists. Make sure you have the playlists people are interested in. Make sure you optimize the playlist title and description for search, so they can also be found in YouTube search. Okay, and the last part I want to talk about, or almost last part I want to talk about, is how to rank with videos in Google search. I've actually covered already a lot of those factors before, like produce data-driven educational videos, help videos, because especially educational videos, help videos tend to also rank in the Google web search results. Make sure you optimize the videos for search, as I've shown you before, title, description, and so on. But two things I haven't mentioned, and which really boosts the chance to be able to rank in Google web search, is that you embed your YouTube video on the website. In a specific blog post, on whatever landing page. Important is that, let's say you have a video about logo designs for businesses, it would be great if you have a specific blog post about it where you have the text and then you embed the YouTube video, because that will help, of course, your website SEO, but also your YouTube SEO. And when you do that, one thing I would really recommend as well is to implement structured data, like the schema markups for your videos, to give Google even more hints. So make sure you add that too. And well, then the last part is just some hints about the main YouTube SEO KPIs. Take a look at your views, organic views, of course, via YouTube and Google. Be careful because the organic views, they are splitted. So I don't know if you have worked a lot with YouTube Studio, but you will have the YouTube views, and then you will have the views coming from Google in the external sources. So that's in there. Have a look at the number of subscribers, of course, because if you create entertaining content, great content, people love to watch. Also, there will be more subscribers. And one big thing is take a look at the audience retention. Make sure that you have a good organic watch time, that you have a good percentage viewed of a video. What does it mean? It means that you should ideally have more than 40% viewed of a video. The higher, the better. 40% is already the limit, because if it's lower, it means that people are not interested in the content. Something went wrong in the video structure there and the content. So yeah, that's actually it. Please feel free to sign up and try our SEO software. You can also book a demo. And what the website is actually tubix.com. I think you got a CTA there as well. We also offer a free YouTube marketing guide for businesses, which you can also find on our website. Thank you very much. I hope this was helpful.
Indeed, Karen, this was indeed very, very helpful. And this was such a value-packed session from your end. All right, guys, going back to the questions tab, Karen, we have there are so many questions in the questions tab there. So one of them is on your screen now, Karen.
How can we ensure that the content we're sharing is trendy and also keeps the interest of viewers? That's one question. Yeah, I mean, as I said, one thing is that you need to find out what people are searching for, because that gives you a strong indication of what's actually what people are interested in, what's trendy. You can also work, of course, in our tool. You can also see if there is a certain trend in a certain month for a video idea for a search term. So have a look at that. And how can you keep the people interested in your video? Well, that's about the video structure, right? You need to start with a hook. You need to start quickly, start telling them what the video is about. And as you cover a main search term anyway, it also means that you will be able to make sure that in the beginning you tell them already, you're right here, the video is right for you, keep watching, and then add the surprises.
Absolutely right. All right, so there's another one.
How frequent does a YouTuber upload content to maintain the top place in SEO ranking? That's a very, very good question, actually. Frequency is a very important factor. So it is important that you upload content on a frequent basis, which means you should really, in order to grow organically, upload content ideally on a monthly basis. You can, of course, if you have the resources, if you have the money, you can do it even more. You can do it weekly. There might be also some industries where you have to create content on a daily basis. I've seen that already. So it all depends on your industry, but really I would say at least once per month, have some good valuable content for your audience.
True. True. I think a flow, or if a content is going up on a channel in a flow, that actually keeps the channel also alive.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
great.
So outdated content, I think, like people also, as I said, with the stages, with the different stages the customers are in, people want to get more information. You need to take care of your customers. So publish
To be
content
alive
and
on
they
the
will
channel.
like it.
Right. Absolutely true. Absolutely. Great. So David asks, do we need any technical implementations to get video chapters?
Right. No, like that's what I explained before. The thing is, the video chapters. The cool thing is that it doesn't need a lot of effort. You just need to implement them in the video description, starting with 0, as you have seen in the slides before. Then they will be generated automatically.
Yeah, right. So, David, I hope you got your answer there. There is. So, I have a question. I have a question for Karen there. You know, how can brands measure their channel's success on YouTube when it comes to YouTube marketing? Every brand needs to take out their their ROI in terms of content and in terms of channel success. Also share what, according to you, Karen, are the important parameters which every brand should look up to?
Yeah. So how we work also with our customers is that when it comes to performance tracking, monitoring, seeing if the things are successful we're doing, of course you always need to have the big picture. You need to know how much views you get, how much watch time, but you also need to see what's the share of views coming from ads, from paid media, and views coming from search from Google and YouTube. So take a look at your views. How are they doing over time? But also take a look, how is actually your organic performance doing? What about your organic views? Because the organic views, they should really grow as soon as you start working on like producing the right content, optimizing it. You should see an upwards trend over time. And as I said, don't forget watch time. is super important, because YouTube loves people to that people stay on the platform, of course. So that's why it's a very, very important ranking factor. So take a look at watch time. Also here you can have a look at the organic watch time to see how your organic videos are performing. And yeah.
Sorry, I'm back. There was a
Perfect.
technical issue at my end.
No problem.
All right, Karen, this brings us to an end of this wonderful session with you. And this was indeed a very, very value-packed session. Although there is a lot more which I could have learned from you. Unfortunately, we all are limited by time here. And I hope each one of you enjoyed the session, because I personally did. Once again, I would like to thank you, Karen, for taking out time to be a part of this event. And anything you want to, any last words here on the event?
Well, thanks everyone for joining. And I hope it was helpful, interesting, and yeah, maybe I see some of you in the future in our tool. I don't know, try it out, test it. It's a nice tool.
Indeed.
And good luck with your YouTube channel.
Indeed. All right, guys, this is not where it ends. We have a lot more events lined up. So if you guys are interested and haven't registered yet, I'm sharing the link of our events page. Upcoming event, you can check out all the upcoming events and register there. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can find all the videos of the past events and this event and all our upcoming events information on our YouTube channel. On that note, I would like to say a bye to each one of you who joined us today here. Take care, guys, and have fun and be safe.
Bye-bye.